Well, hello there, it's Beards and Bangers, and today we're at the Knebworth Classic Motor Show here in Hertfordshire. Great news, after a deluge yesterday, it stopped raining. Bit chilly, bit windy, but the sun's out and there's lots of cars here, so let's have a look round. I'm here with my friends from MGRA, Herts, Beds and Essex. We've got a lovely array of cars. We're going to have a quick look around those first and I'll have a look at some of the other specimens that are here. So I'm here in Poseidon. As yet, this car has not been named, but I haven't actually cleaned it. But doesn't it look lovely in the sun? Doesn't it look absolutely lovely? When I picked the car up this morning, it was pretty gloomy and it was green, but now with the sun's out, it looks purple. Yeah, got a real good selection of MG Rover, Austin Rover, Rover Group products here. There's Ben 75, which is a bit confusing because it's got a ZT 1.8 turbo boot lid. There's, I forget Jason's parents' name. There's their 75. We've got this lovely MG Maestro Turbo here, which is just an absolutely glorious thing. And that's a seriously nice bit of kit. We've got Nocturne, not Nocturne, another monogram colour. I always forget, which one's this? What is it? What is it? Typhoon. That's it, Typhoon. So Typhoon ZTT with a dark apexes. Got black olive. We know black olive. Very cheerful looking ZTT in trophy yellow. We've got a little bevy of Fs and TFs. We've got a white TF, which is quite modified, but quite nicely done. Very nice 216 Cabriolet. Nice red F with good paint, unusually. Orange Grove TF, which is lovely. A British Racing Green with a lovely grey stripe on it. We've got this rather interesting two-tone 75, which we've seen before. And we've got this rather nice silk shot. Sorry, not silk shot, bittersweet ZT 260, which we've seen a couple of times this year because we've seen it at Burley House for the Monogram Sunday, and we saw it at the Post-Avingdon Weekender. So we're well represented for MG Rover stuff. We've got a load of Fs over there and TS. We won't go around those because there's plenty here. So that's the North London, I think, North London group. So that's mainly MGFs. And then we've got another very active group here. We've got the MG Owners Club Luton Dunstable branch, and they've got a really nice selection of cars here. So we've got sort of a later B, we've got a very early B, that's probably got a 3-bearing crank. We've got this lovely, I think it's a Magnet, same styling as was one of the Rileys, looks exactly the same as this. I can't remember which Riley it is, but just look at that lovely engine with those twin carbs or side mounted. So that's very, very nice. So it's not a Magnet, it's an MGSA saloon. But isn't that a glorious thing? And that's just very opulent inside as well, with lots of wood. We haven't got the octagon dials, which we would have had on some of the MGs of the period, but yeah, beautiful, beautiful car. We have got a ZR here. That is a Magnet. That's like the Riley 1.5 Wolseley 1500 style. More Bs. Make sure we're not misidentifying Bs as Cs. I get in trouble for that. And we got a T-type. They're just gorgeous things. Then we've got Dave's. Dave normally comes out in his Celestial supercharged ZT 260, but he's bought his B today, and that is quite a smart car, I have to say. It's very nice. Then next door to the MG Owners Club, we've got the Capri Mark 1 Owners Club. Now these are some lovely specimens. So we've some earlier Capris. There are some more modern ones here on the other side, so we'll have a look at those in a second. That one in yellow is just glorious. They're just such pretty cars. I really do like one. I really would like one, rather. So yeah, so something that's definitely on my shopping list. But yeah, but the Mark 1s are just beautiful. Just slightly different styling. That's lovely with the vinyl roof. That's the 3 litre as well. So that's got the, is it the Cologne or the Essex engine? So very nice. So yeah, 1.6, 2 litre, 3 litre. Then we've got some later Capris on the other side. So we've got an early 80s fuel injected one, another fuel injected one, same age. So this is the later style. So that's a very low on an E plate. So that's probably one of the last ones. And that blue is probably not original, but that's absolutely stunning. Got the 280s, that's got the 2.8 V6. And then we've got a Sierra Cosworth in black. And that looks pretty stock actually. That's not been messed around with too much. Got a very well faded copy of Classic Car Buyer in the window there. But just look at those seats and all that switches. That's just lovely. Really, really period. Got a Mark 4, I think. Sorry, Mark 3 RS Escort, and then we've got a Mark 2 Escort. Not quite sure what model it is, but it's got RS wheels. But that's a really nice looking, very, very nice looking car. We do like a classic Ford. I completely forgot Lisa's car there on the end there. That's for sale. So if you're interested in that car, then you can get in touch. We've got some more Fords over here. We've got the Cortina Mark II Club. So here we have got a Mark II Cortina in gold. Very, very, very clean indeed. The 1600 GT engine. Beautiful looking things. Another one. And another one in gold as well. And there's still 2. They've moved around. So another one. Then we've got 2 police spec ones. So Police Car UK. So we've got Mid Anglia Constabulary. I'm not sure if that's a genuine police force, but yeah, both done up with the jam sandwich effect. And aren't they lovely? And they got all their police lights and yeah, very, very nice looking things. And then another kind of bronzy coloured one there, which is very attractive. Very well cared for indeed. So continuing the Ford theme, we've got a Shelby GT350, so Mustang derived car, and then we've got a Ford Falcon, and this thing was manoeuvring earlier and sounded absolutely fantastic. So real big beefy V8 of a thing. The Crossfires are here, so they're a very active club. Not a car you see very often on the road these days, but there's plenty of them at these shows. So we got, how many have we got today? 6. So we always get a few Crossfires at the Chiltern Hills rally as well. But I'm going to head over to that E30 because that's caught my eye, and I want to go have a little nosy at that. We've got a little collection of minis here. So this is the Huntingdon area Mini Owners Club. We've got sort of mid-80s, we've got early 90s, we've got a 1960s Cooper there. And we've got a Morris Traveller, which has been, yeah, modified. So it's got like almost wicker effect on the side rather than the usual just timber frame. And it's yeah, festooned with various ornaments. Yeah, very nice sight indeed. So I'm going to whiz down here because we've got this gold E30, which looks nice. It's 2-door saloon. So for me, that's the prettiest of the E30s. I'm just going to stumble over to it, and I'm not going to go around every car. But I will pick out stuff. Look at that. That is so clean. That is very, very, very handsome. Look at that. Not sure if it's an M, but it's certainly got... No, it's an automatic, so I wouldn't have thought it's an M, but it's... Yeah, very well cared for E30. That's gorgeous. Lovely yellow R50 Mini as well. That's very attractive in that sort of primrosey colour. And then we've got some bigger stuff here. So we've got 3 rollers, I think, which just dominate proceedings. They're big old slabs of cars. And we have we've got a couple of very pretty MGAs. So 1600 and then two 1600s, both single cam, I think. Another FO there. Then we've got some Granadas. Let's have a look around these because these are lovely looking things. So carefully enter into this. I haven't really got my bearings in this paddock yet, but we've got a lot of Granadas here. And you forget how, they're really big cars. They're basically a bigger Cortina. That one's a hearse. And then we've got another Mark III, and we've got one of the later Granadas here. This one's an estate. And we've got this blue one's very attractive. That's a V6 of some description. Isn't that a lovely looking thing? I really like the colour on that. We've got a V8 Granada here. That's a very nice looking thing. And we've got a bit of Nissan-ry, so which is Datsun and Nissan, so of course they're interlinked. Now this one's very interesting. I want to have a closer look at this. So sort of in a very, not quite primrose yellow because it's almost green, but it's Datsun 510. And that's a very nice looking Tourer. I like that a lot. Very, very spacious inside, very open, very airy. And we've got some more older Nissans here, and we've got a K10 Micro. Let's have a look at that. So we've got these Nissan 300s. There's a Datsun 180 over there, which is being rested on. That's another nice looking Tourer. But look at this K10. We don't see many of these around now, and they are. I love K11s, but these are really special. Look at that. This is an automatic one. My mother would absolutely go gaga for this. Isn't that wonderful? So I've just come away from the club stands for a moment. We've got a couple of cars I want to home in on. TVR's lovely, but you've got this lovely Mark II Fiesta here with the pepper pot alloys, which I love. And that's really nice to see that. Anything with a blue oval now is fetching seriously good money, and anything with an XR badge after the blue oval is rare and also very nice to look at and commanding good value. So that's a really nice car, Fiesta XR2, Corvette, and load more Bs. Oh, this is interesting here. What's this? It's a VW of some sort. A 412 LS. I wouldn't have known that without looking at the back of the car, I'll be very honest. But that's got to be a rare sight on British roads. And that's a right-hand drive, British registered car. And I don't think I've seen one of these before. And that is particularly interesting. Unfortunately, no one's around, so we can't get in it or talk to the owner. But yeah, I'm rather fond of that. I do like a Volkswagen as well. Another secret love of mine. Got some more sporty Fords over here, but I'm homing in on the BMW. So this looks like a Bauer E30, and that's very clean. Lovely BBS alloys. Very clean inside. It's being cosseted as well as we speak, so the owners got the rapid detailer out and is giving it a spruce up. With that 320 is very, very attractive indeed. Tigra is becoming a modern classic, that's for sure. So you always see a few of these now. But I haven't seen the really old Tigras. They're slightly more rounded shaped ones. You see quite a few Ford Pumas, but the Tigra was the sort of Vauxhall equivalent. But I haven't seen any of the early rounded ones for quite some time. And then lovely Mini Cooper next to a Fiat Cooper. I do like those. So we'll have a little wander further and bring you some more of the cars that are here. So it's not the biggest show, but it's certainly not the smallest. So it's a real good selection here, because of course it's not a single marque show like we go to a lot with the MG Rover stuff. So Q Italian job. So we've got an Alfa Giulia, and of course this is left-hand drive, because these weren't a typical car in the UK at the time. You'd have been having to buy your Morris Marina or your Triumph Dolomite, but that's very clean indeed. Big old wheels actually. It's got very big wheels for a car of that era, but yeah, that's very well turned out. And then next to it, we've got this Renault 5. It's an early one. It's not a turbo. It's not a Gordini, anything like that. It's a 1.1 Renault 5. So it's quite basic. 5-speed gearbox, which would have been quite a thing in the early 80s. But this gold really looks very good on the Renault 5. I do like that a lot. And then next to that, we've got another BMW E30. So we're doing well for E30. I haven't seen anything else, just E30s. So but this blue one with sort of split BBS rims, automatic, and again very clean. You know, a lot of these cars would be, you know, without being looked after, would be quite rusty now. So another interesting looking car is the Citroen GS Basalt. Just always Citroen styling always impresses me. Just really. Always really different or attractive, or both. Custom paint job, if you're to believe the what's written inside. But yeah, that's lovely. I love the louvers on the back as well. And we've got an E-Type and a Unos. That is a Unos, and that looks very, very clean. It's full of people, lots of people looking around it. So we'll just give it a quick pan. We've got this Volvo here, which is, I think it's an Amazon. And the paintwork's not perfect. You know what? I really like that because it looks rugged and well used. But that's a really evocative car for me. My grandfather had one of these back in the 1970s. And another Capri, and a Saab 900 convertible. That's very nice. I like that. That's good. So we just got wondrous variety. Nothing's sort of parked up in any particular order. You've just got Mustangs and Mitsubishis, Evo 6s parked up next to Mustangs, which is very nice. So we've got a Ford Consul, Corsair, sorry, and that's very nice. This is a Consul. TR5, so of course this is, for me, this is the sweet spot with Triumph, because you've got the straight six engine, but you've got the TR4 style body. So I think that's, for me, the ideal one. We've got a TR4 next to it. So that's got the 4-pot, and you've got very similar styling, but of course the later car's got the straight six engine, whereas this has got the 4-pot engine. We've got another Ford there, and then of course there's lots of camper vans here, which you always get the odd Beetle next to them, so you always get these Volkswagen clubs in various parts of the country. But we'll have a little wander around. So we're not going to stop at every car. We'll try and get as many in as we can. But there really is a plethora to look at here. We'll stop at these because these are nice. We've got a Mark II Golf GTI. And they're just lovely. I do like a Volkswagen, but I think if I was going to get one, it'd probably be a later one as a bit of a daily, to be honest. And then the Peugeot for me, the 1.9 GTI 205, and that's again very immaculate. These can look quite tatty if they're not looked after, but that one is absolutely immaculate. The alloys are superb, the paint's superb. It just looks really clean. That's a nice looking little hot hatch. That's probably the ultimate hot hatch. And as a MG ZR owner, I probably shouldn't say that, but I just did. It's got a couple of interesting cars here from Britain's kind of mass-produced cars of the 1980s. So we've got a Ford RS200, not an Escort, just a Ford RS200. Incredibly rare, rear-engined. You can just about see the engine actually if I pop the camera through there. So rear-engined sports car. I think there's 200 made for homologation purposes. And I can't think of when I last saw one of these. And that's a really rare sight. And we've got this rather interesting Vauxhall. So it's got the droop snooped front, but it's like a fastback Vauxhall. I don't know what mark this is, but yeah, that's certainly interesting. It really has caught my eye. But that's, yeah, two, you know, Vauxhall and Ford, obviously, you know, very popular car makers in the UK in the 1980s, 1990s. And you've got sort of two unusual oddities just back there. Now I'm threading my way through here because no, I'm not looking at the MGBs, but I am looking at the MGZR that's tucked in here. Not sure if I know this one or not. So trophy yellow pre-facelift with a fairly big exhaust on it. I'd say it's a diesel, looking at the state of that exhaust pipe. And that's very nicely presented. So nice to see another MGZ here. So just behind the ZR, there's this Odyssey Blue, I think it's Odyssey Blue, Cowley built 75 V6. I think it's a Connoisseur SE. But yeah, that's lovely. I do like this colour. Some of the blues that Rover used are particularly nice. And this is one of the rarer colours, but Cowley built 2.5 litre V6 in this blue is just absolutely lovely. That's really nice to see that. And that's an interesting thing. So Fiat Spider, Pininfarina designed, and that's very nice indeed. And we've got sort of basic escorts here. We've got more minis, so people who aren't in clubs. That Toyota Sora is particularly nice. That's a big slab of Toyota. I do like that. Another Triumph, another Capri, and then yeah, I saw this. This is why I've come over this way, because I saw this P6 3500S come in earlier. So of course this is the manual. Oh, they've changed their gear stick. Something very small. So of course this is the manual Rover P6, and probably the best one to have because it's a bit more economy, a bit more go. And I think it's these that the police had to put. They had to change the weight distribution somehow. If they had too much stuff in the back, the front end would lift off under hard acceleration, because they're quite powerful things, really. I've just spotted a Peugeot 305 on the end here. I haven't seen one of these for ages. My uncle had one of these back in the 90s. And that's very clean. That's a 305 GTI. That's very, very attractive indeed. We will get the Ferrari in just because, to say we can. We say we've got it in. Ferrari 328, absolutely stunning. And I bet that sounds absolutely epic when it started up. But just look at the variety we've got here. I'm going to lift the camera up slightly just so you can take in the scale. We're in the grounds of Knebworth House. It's a stately home just outside Stevenage in Hertfordshire. We've also got trade, catering right over in the distance, and then in the middle of all that, loads and loads of cars. So I'm just going to wander back into the club stand area and just finish off the video from there. I have to find a Vitesse. Isn't that lovely? Not a saloon, but it's lovely nonetheless. Some more metal name. We've got some more Renault 5. So we have got the slightly sportier ones here. So we've got two GT turbos, and we've got one just badged Renault 5. I'm not sure if that is a special one or not. We can actually have a little look under the bonnet. Well, here's a turbo. Whether it was built as that, I don't know, but there's three of them, and they are lovely things. I really do like them. I probably do favour these. Another 1. This is a 1.6 GTI, so there's a bit of a debate as to which one is the one to go for. I think this one's a little bit lighter, so it's probably slightly nimbler. But I would go for one of these. But I know there's a big following of the Renault 5s. I've got some more. That's another Cosworth. Move swiftly on from that. Here's Matt's Focus ST next to a Series. Oh, what's this? Series 2 Land Rover, I think. And that's certainly wearing some patina. So yeah, modern Ford, well patinated British four-wheel drive. And we've got some little Lotus Elan there. That's very nice. Look at that. And then some more minis. Now this is interesting. We've got some of these little things. And these are Ogles. These are little, I think they're mini derived, but they're dear little cars. They're really cute. Look at them. They're like almost like a British K car. So you've got little A series engine, crammed in, A plus probably actually on these. Yeah, there's your little Ogle. And doesn't mean sort of looking a little viciously at people, not that kind of ogling, but yeah, these are the dear little things, little kind of 1 litre sporting type thing. Yeah, quite clever in its styling. I do like that. And we've got a minor club there, and then we've got a bit of a mixed bag here. So we've got this BMW 5 Series surrounded by Vox. Got a couple of Vivas. That looks like very much like a Cortina. I think that's a Vauxhall. Oh, they're all Vauxhalls. And we've got this Torchlander, which is what I really wanted to have a look at. Look at that. So quite a late 200. Great. Look at the space in that back. That's just. I mean, they're superb, aren't they? So this was an F ratio, 1988, 1989, something like that. Yeah, love it. I saw this manoeuvring this morning and I was quite pleased to see that. And then we're really back to where we started. So yeah, it's been a while. I haven't been really taking August off, so I'm still around. Don't worry, there will be some more content coming up during September. But yeah, here's Knebworth. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, share with your friends, drop a comment down below, and I'll see you again very soon in the next episode of Beards and Bangers. Goodbye.